Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a self-guided museum here at the Garibaldi Museum. In that room there is the local town history. Upstairs on that side is the Robert Gray Hall. That's the man that discovered Tillamook Bay. And on the other side upstairs is a historical firearm collection.
Oh, great. And what's this?
That's just the meeting room for the board of directors, and the restrooms are through there and left.
Oh, and you got a cannon there in case thing gets out of hand?
Yeah, that's that's an exhibit that we're working on. It's going to go public.
Oh, yeah. The gift shop here. Oh, yeah. The gift shop. Whale tusk. With scrimshaw on it. Tillamook has always been notorious for its devastating floods. It used to flood quite frequently, maybe not so much anymore, but it still happens. And then Cape Meares Lighthouse, out on Cape Meares. An old flare gun hangs on the wall to let somebody know your location when you get in trouble at sea. A photo of Cap Foley's old hand-rowed life raft that he'd take to sea and save lives when people wrecked. An old set of breeches buoys, which they would shoot a line out over your boat if you got in trouble and send you a pair out to climb in to be taken in to sea. And then an old wash machine. Looked like a whole lot of work running that thing. And then the docks at Garibaldi. There's the Solo tied to the dock. I've made many a trip to sea on the Solo. If you would like to see the wreck of the Kilchis on videotape complete, check on our channel, and it should be the first one on there, and it's titled The Wreck of the Kilchis. The Solo and some other boats tied to the dock. I made many a trip to sea on the Solo, and if you let the Wreck of the Kilchis video continue on, it'll show us.
I want to read something for you.
The Solo. Okay.
Listen to this. Vanda Culvering and her husband Larry first moved into the fishing industry locally after he had become the manager at the Tillamook Farmers Co-op in the 1950s. But the call of the sea proved to be too strong for her husband. Eventually, he bought a salmon trawler. He was drawn to the waterfront, Lorraine said. He offloaded tons of Chinook and silvers at Hayes in Bay City. The bay was deep enough then so the boats could run all the way into Tillamook. The Trawler Cafe drew so much business that it is to be raised and rebuilt. They ended up burning down the old Trawler Cafe in the mid-1970s to be replaced by a larger trawler restaurant and charters. I drew the perimeter precisely on the property line leased from the port. She recalled wanting to make it as large as possible. It had to be functional to handle the crowds. We had the charter office right in the restaurant. I could look right outside and see all the boats right in the harbor. That was convenient.
Okay, and there's the Miss Lorraine. That. And what are the names of those 3 boats? Oh, there's the Solo. There's the Solo and the Windstark. I'm not sure who ran it, but the Nancy H was one of Larry's boats, and the Triad was owned by an old fellow named Don Olson. There's Cape Meares Lighthouse, pretty much in the condition I first saw it, but the little shed alongside it was gone when I first saw it. Now a replica has been built of the shed.
Did you get pictures of how it used to flood in?
Oh yeah, it used to flood here.
Really bad, around Christmas time.
There's the old sawmill with the wigwam burner and the tall smokestack. The smokestack is still there, but the wigwam burner is gone. This is for splitting shake bolts, and just a plain old wedge for splitting whatever.
Look how big this ship's wheel is, Tom. This would have been a bugger to have turned on a ship. Look at this ship's wheel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, you'd have had to grow up to.
Huh? It says do not spin it.
Yeah.
But look, I go like this, like here. Look, I'm running a ship. See it? Look at the wheel. See?
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that a big one?
That's a huge one.
It says do not spin.
Yeah. Look and see. It looks like it's
Please do
been.
not try to spin the ship's wheel.
Looks like it's been used plenty.
Look at there. This way and that way.
The one boat I fished on had a wheel like this, and we got caught in a storm, and
Listen, you just have to hold
the
on.
helmsman was just a little guy, and he just put his feet in the spokes and put all of his weight on it to turn it.
Well, look here, how you'd have to wheel on it.
Yeah. What a beauty.
And it was donated by a family. Right here. That was really nice. Wow, look at all the guns in here.
There's the early Americans fishing style. These baskets.
The baskets on display are typical Coast Salish baskets made by a coiled basketry technique using the roots of the red cedar tree. The baskets were given to the parents of Terry Wall of Oceanside, Oregon. The baskets were given to Terry's parents by Native American friends while they were living in King Cum and Powell River, British Columbia, between 1915 and 1920.
Okay.
Oh, look at this skeleton. It's a bear. This was donated by a taxidermist here. Christensen Taxidermy donated that bear skull.
This is some of the fiber feed out of a whale's mouth. And Native American tools.
You gotta get this picture for Joe. Look at all these arrowheads over here. Tom, I gotta take a picture of them.
Oh.
Obsidian. Obsidian. That tree for 1,500. Where did all these come from? They wanted 55 at the other place.
Okay, read on.
What do you want me to read? Just a second, I want to take a picture. Real quick. And that turns.
What are these things?
Hemlock wedge fragments. Bone wedge. Elk antler wedge. This necklace is made of blue and purple beads with coiled copper. Found near Lincoln City, Oregon. The beads were called trading beads. And there's projectile points. Coastal Columbia River tribe basket. Look at the bone awls. And there's drills and a hand-carved model canoe.
There's the elk antler wedges. And whalebone club.
Is that what that club is? A whale bone club.
And an adze. Up here's an adze, and
Those are fire starting tools.
a chisel. Hand adze. Knife. Spoon. Cedar bark rope. Different fish hooks. It's an interesting one.
This is beautiful. Look at this hand-carved chest.
Oh, yeah. A whole bunch of old black powder pistols, and here's some old military rifles. More old rifles. And some old breech loading pistols. More old rifles and pistols. These are some of the first old revolvers. This was a huge old rifle here. What?
It says a percussion gun,
Oh,
75 caliber.
wow. One big gun.
Look at that.
Caulking for ships, and there was a caulking hammer. You'd pound that ochre in and then pour cement or something over the seam when you were done. This must be sail making equipment. All kinds of awls and hammers. These are all things made of whalebone. Carving, they call that scrimshaw, I believe. That's a whale tooth scrimshaw. These are all things made of whalebone. Carving, they call that scrimshaw, I believe. That's a whale tooth scrimshaw. There's the Morning Star. First ship built, Garibaldi. There's a ship's rudder. One of the reasons the fur traders and the
huge sea otter
exploration
pelt.
of Oregon coast was carried out was to get the pelts of the seal. There's Captain Robert Grave, President Thomas Jefferson, President James Madison, Captain Lewis, and Captain Clark. Apparently a ship sextant for navigation. And a spyglass. And a little sundial. There's the way a ship would be decked out. Even had live livestock on it. An old spyglass. And some old smoking pipes. Some broken pieces of pottery. Lady Washington, that was Captain Gray's ship. Thanks to the director and all the staff at the Garibaldi Museum. It was very clean and well planned out, and it was very nice. There's the old Troller Cafe built by the Vanderkoverings back in the 70s. Let's go on down.
You want to go straight? Ocean Charters. Fresh seafood. Wholesale and retail.
Maybe we could get some oysters, huh?
Here, I'll turn around.
Good enough.
That's good enough.
Dairy Queen.
That's
It's really roaring out. See the current there? Some boats wouldn't be able to come in on that kind of current. Looks really treacherous now. We're going from a super high to a super low tide, and so there's a lot of water running out, and it would take a darn good boat to fight that kind of current. But I don't think anybody's going to try it. Oh, I think I see a boat out on the horizon. I'll wait a minute and see if they're going to try it. The old smokestack at Garibaldi no longer puffs out smoke. It's part of a bygone era of logging in this logging community, one-time logging community.